Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up!
Get up.
You get out of bed this instant.
And turn it on.
Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman.
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the world. We are the Big Show, and we have quite a number of international, quite a number of countries around the world who are tuned into us every
Yes.
time at this time.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Very
At
true.
8 a.m. in the morning here in Singapore. And one such person who is tuned in to us right now from Switzerland is Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, everyone. You say the biggest and best breakfast show, right, in the world. So we have to be everywhere in the world. So, hello from Zurich.
Absolutely.
Hello from Zurich.
Great to
Yeah.
see you, Jerry. And for those of you who think you know what Jerry looks like, well, and you're not tuned in, to Facebook, or rather you're not logged on to Facebook or YouTube, you should have a look at Jerry right now, because this is a different
It's a
look.
different look for Jerry.
Very different look.
This is a holiday mode look.
I like
I
this.
like the look. I
Yes,
like
it's
the look.
very-
It's really
very
nice.
chilled. Really?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you should look like this every week, actually.
Oh, don't tell her what she should look like.
Yeah. Okay, anyway,
Okay.
before we go into talking about attaining success and all that, FD has something to tell everyone.
We've got a prize to give away on Facebook this
We
morning.
do. It's the ultimate gift for him from Giftano worth $100. Now, this features many exclusive experiences and products for you to choose from. For example, men's cologne from Italy, unique cocktail flight experiences at Knox Dine in the Dark, fishing trips, massage vouchers, grooming experience at TrueFit at Hill, and so many more. The list goes on and on. You can find out more at giftano.com, but now's your chance to win a $100 gift voucher.
So Father's Day is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So all questions for this particular prize are going to be connected to Father's Day.
So this is our Father's Day contest.
It's a
It
Father's
is.
Day contest. That's exactly what it
Only
is.
on the Big Show.
So, when did Father's Day begin? In which year?
What year?
In which
Okay,
year
that's
did
a tough
Father's
one.
Day begin? No, I gave everybody the answers
1910.
yesterday.
Well,
I gave everybody the answers yesterday.
yeah, but it's still difficult if someone's tuning in for the first time. If you are, you can just Google it.
There
What you
you
have
go.
to do is you have to type in your answer to our comments section on Facebook. It is facebook.com/kiss92fm. That's how you get involved.
Alrighty.
All right, back to Jerry. So, Jerry, we're talking about success, right?
Yes, we are talking about success, and it's not the usual. So I wanted to do a clickbait sort of thing. We talk about success, but it is not really the career success that we are thinking of, because I think from the far too long, and more, the younger generation is coming in and say, I'm a failure, and just this week, having to host camps, an inclusive camp at my center, as well as on Sunday, we had a Father's Day, pro bono Father's Day event together with Ray of Hope. And the fathers brought their special needs children, those with medical needs, those with autism, those with ADHD. And I thought this topic is far too apt for them. What is success, or what does success mean to all of us, as well as these young children? So I thought it was quite a topic. And interestingly, when I touched down from Zurich yesterday, and we were driving around.
Okay,
All
and
right,
on
okay.
that note, let's continue this conversation on the Big Show TV with Dr. Geraldine Tan. Here's Jisoo. Well, she's part of Blackpink. Flower on Kiss 92.
Just as we were
Just as we
saying,
were getting
Wi-Fi,
in there, yeah.
fantastic. Never speak too soon.
Yes, can't speak
So
too
I
soon.
like what she was talking about, actually, because as soon as we were preempting the topic this morning, we said attaining success. Straight away, we're like career success, and I said emotional and maybe some sort of other success, which is correct.
Well, this was just brought up, in a big forum
was
in
it?
Singapore.
Okay.
There was a panel discussion, and Lawrence Wong was there. And they were talking about how we changed this mindset of what success is. You know, is it all about material?
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
it,
not.
it needs to change.
I mean, like, okay, for example, okay, you think it's all about material, but success for you
everything.
also has to be being a successful husband, being a successful colleague.
No.
No? What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean? It's successful as
Success
in as...
would be like having everything. It's like a big house,
But
status.
Okay, but fair
But I
enough.
totally understand where Glenn's
That's his
coming from.
mindset,
That's
yeah.
his mindset.
That's his
I
mindset.
totally
we
understand
got
where
to
it's
set the
coming
bar
from.
high. If not, what? If not, everyone is successful.
Yeah.
That's
some
okay.
failures, like-
That's all right.
Like for me, I spent so much of my younger days chasing the almighty dollar. And one day I stopped and I went, yeah, okay, so you're financially secure. Well done, bro. But are you complete? Are you
Happy.
really happy?
Yeah.
And you realize that maybe you're not.
Yeah.
But you don't realize it until you stop. You have to stop and then look.
That's why they say stop to smell the
Smell
roses.
the roses, right?
Yeah.
And to me, success means only one thing: peace in my life.
You see, so that's why you see we have to make it very, very clear. Like, okay, you are successful in your career.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
Or you are successful at home.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You know? Rather than, success is like, you need
One
to be
big thing.
you need to be successful at home, you need to be successful at work in order to be considered
No,
successful.
no,
No,
you don't need to have
no,
it
because
all.
this is a cheap way out, you see. So that everyone will feel good. And I feel like if we continue down this path, right, then people will be less competitive.
They will be.
Okay.
I tend
No,
to stand
but
He's
will go
right
down.
there. He's right there.
Yeah, no, but I disagree. I think people should be allowed to feel success in whatever way they want and let them be. There will still be your competitive people around.
Yeah.
There
But
will
I just feel like people are just sugarcoating everything.
No, I don't think
Yes.
so. I don't think so. I think success can be in every
I get where he's coming from.
aspect.
If you go with the mindset change, there are a lot of people in Singapore who are saying you're just making it too easy for people to feel good.
Correct. And then
know?
someone who is less capable than you, let's say, will come up to you and try to teach you things.
But so
You know
what
what I
if they
mean?
feel good? But
No,
so
no,
what?
it's okay if they feel
Yeah.
good.
They feel good, but when they start to teach you,
But
and
trust me, someone will come up to you. You may be doing something. Let's say you have like a business that
Yeah.
you're doing or something like that, or maybe even radio.
Yeah.
Let's say, and someone who is less successful than you
Yeah.
in this area
Comes and teaches me.
comes
what
in
to do.
and teaches you and tries to school you.
Sure, but then it's up to me as to how I would react to it,
You'll be
right?
irritated.
You'll be
no,
irritated.
I'd be
It-
irritated and just say thank
Yeah.
you very much
It
for the
happened-
unsolicited constructive criticism or whatever it is or advice it is that you're giving me, but I don't need it. That's it.
It
And then he
happened to
can
me
go buck
3
somebody
weeks ago with
else.
And then
someone
your
who's not
blood
even
pressure
in
will
this
go up.
industry.
No, it won't go up.
It happened to me 3 weeks ago where someone not
No.
even in this industry was trying to tell me what I should be doing on air. And I just turned to him and I went, your industry is your industry. My industry is my industry. I won't tell you what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, actually, there are always areas where one person will be better at, in
Of
this
course.
certain area and all that. But when people step into,
Your zone.
step over
Yeah.
the boundary,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Welcome back.
that's a problem. Hello, Jerry.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, it's all
right.
I cannot predict the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
And
we should
somehow
never
I
we should
couldn't-
never compliment your Wi-Fi connection ever again.
Yes, don't.
Okay, don't.
Don't. I
Don't just
don't
jinx
know
it.
what happened. But anyways, I was sharing that the driver was showing out the sights, and then there was a group of boys that was crossing the road, and they were dragging the garbage cans, the garbage, where we see in our landed property,
The bins,
green,
yeah.
Yeah,
literally
the green bins.
bins, right? And so I was staring at the boys, and then I asked the drivers, "Oh, where are these boys from?" And he was really caught off guard because, like, I'm showing you the size while you're asking about a bunch of boys, But these boys were lovely. They had some of them had Down syndrome, some of them had motor skills.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we
she's
go
gotta
again.
Okay, but I see where she's going with that.
Hey, the next time she
dear.
comes back on, okay, let's just go straight into
what we're doing.
into what we're talking about this morning.
So we
Yeah.
just get bits, right?
We'll get little bits from her.
And then we piece it all together and try and figure out what she's doing.
You know, as we talk about success, right? Wong Ah-Lun has come on our Facebook page and he says, I'm simple. Success to me means I don't have to struggle whenever I encounter a situation where I have to make a decision.
Okay.
So if I can make that decision without struggling over it, that is success to me.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Some people, to some people, success is sleeping peacefully at night.
See what I mean?
What?
It's like so ridiculous.
No,
No,
it's
no.
not ridiculous. It's to each his own.
See, I'm sitting here and I
Like-
can hear the arguments of both of you, and
and
you're
you
both
get it.
absolutely
You
right.
get it,
You're
yeah.
both
We
absolutely
We cannot
right.
take that word so lightly.
No.
Success.
No.
No, but this
Right.
is where Singapore is successful. We have the likes of Glenn,
Yeah.
who is far more materialistic,
Yeah.
right? But then we have people like you who are far more holistic,
Yeah.
and that is the
That's
balance
okay.
we get in Singapore, and
And
that's
it's
why we
perfectly
are
fine.
successful.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine to have that.
At least that's how I feel. It's
No.
a great balance that we have.
To
here.
each his own.
Yeah, let's agree to disagree.
I just follow, brought up here in Singapore. This is the Singaporean mindset.
Yeah.
Why is Singapore so successful? Because we have lots of trees. Is it? No.
No, I mean,
we're clean and green.
No, because we're an economic powerhouse.
She's telling you to shut up.
It's okay.
Polite.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the CTE towards the AYE before Ang Mo Kio Avenue 1's exit, look out for a broken down vehicle. If you spot anything else, the WhatsApp number is 88550920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Dr. Geraldine Tan, who's coming to us live from Switzerland, and she's just been cut off. So
Yes.
We're
waiting for her to
listening
come
to
back.
this argument, and I'm sure you are in your car or at home or in the office, wherever you are. And Glenn says we're successful because we're an economic powerhouse, because we have people like you.
as in Singapore.
Yeah, because we have people like you who chase that material side of
I
life.
didn't say it. You are saying it.
No, I'm saying because you chase that material side of life.
This is the way I was brought up
Exactly.
by my government.
Would you
Exactly.
say you're like the typical 5C guy?
Yes, I have the
yeah,
5 C's
exactly.
already.
Yeah, the 5 C's.
But we cannot take away from the fact that Singapore is a very caring nation. So
It
we
is.
do have people who are on the
6
other.
C's then. 6 C's. The 5 C's
The caring
and
as
the
well.
last C is for caring.
Caring. Okay, Dr. Jerry is back with us.
Let's just go straight into today's topic, Jerry, just in case
Okay.
we get cut off
You
again.
were talking about the boys crossing the road.
No need to talk
No
about the
need
boys
to
crossing the
boycott
road.
it.
Let's
Okay.
talk about success and failure.
Don't worry, now I'm using my roaming, so that's fine. That's fine. I don't think we'll get cut off because the Wi-Fi is not coming back on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no. Well. Anyways, the boys. I need to complete about the boys. So anyway, they have a school that teaches them and integrates them back into the society, and I thought that was a success in the whole society because the whole community was actually helping them along. They were patient, they were kind, and these boys were independent. We always talk about, our special needs children living independently. These boys really epitomize independent living. So that was very exciting for me. I think my husband was staring at me and going like, you go everywhere in the world and you just can only think about your work, is it?
Well, I think it's not just you thinking about your work, but I think it's also you thinking about the success of how Zurich has integrated these boys who normally in a lot of other countries don't get the opportunity to be independent. So that's a successful initiative that they've actually done.
Yeah. So it was really exciting because, I was also pondering. I had a beautiful, beautiful Sunday event with the team and the Ray of Hope team. And I hope the fathers realized they were successful in their own ways because so many of the fathers who came, we insisted that they come alone with their children. And they were saying, no. Can I get my wife to come along? Can my wife just loiter around? And we were like, no, you can manage it. you can deal with your child independently without your wife. You don't have to rely on them. But they say, but my wife is more familiar with the child's needs and everything. And we're like, no. You're the father. You definitely can. And I'm so proud of all the fathers. There were 21 fathers or 20 fathers
wow.
on that day itself, and they managed their children beautifully. We had games, we had lunch, and they managed their children. So very proud of them. That to me is success.
Awesome.
What did
Yeah.
the father say as they left? I mean, they came in with so much trepidation and fear that they would not be able to handle a full day with their kids alone. How did they leave?
It was half a day. Asian fathers, right? And fathers tend to be very functional, very logical. So at the back of their mind, I think they had a good time, but it is still, what do I do with my child? Give me tips rather than enjoying the day. So it's very interesting because mothers and fathers have very different approaches. But to me, on that day, when the fathers actually dealt with their children for so many hours without calling SOS, for their wives to come up, they were really good. I mean, they were fantastic.
The fathers are not so bad. Everyone always says, the mother is better than the father.
No, I think because, typically the mother always spends more time. Typically. I mean, that is changing quite a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why people always think, the mother knows more. But I don't think that's true.
I think there are better fathers these days than like
absolutely.
maybe
yes.
30, 40 years ago.
Absolutely. They're
Absolutely.
more involved and more inclusive.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Even young fathers that I know of these days, I'm looking at them and I'm going, I wish I thought like that when I had my
Yeah,
kids.
they're doing a lot
I
more.
wish. They're
Because
doing
now the
so
men
much
have to
more.
be like women, you see. That's why. If not, they'll be in trouble.
Not the men have to be like women. The men have to be like fathers. That's
No,
it.
no,
Not
the
like
men-
women.
No, these days,
No,
you have
don't
to.
don't
Okay.
do it. Don't do it.
Okay, let's continue this conversation on The Big Show TV. It is 8:18.
Kiss 92 time check.
Right, they have to keep up, right? They have to be mothers
Well,
right now.
no.
They have to
I
be
think a
parents.
father has to be a father, a mother has to be a mother.
parent, yeah.
You've
We don't
gotta be a
label them
parent.
anymore.
That's where angels
Now
are.
the
You
men
need
want to be
a parent.
men, also cannot be men.
Being a parent doesn't mean you're
It's
any
not a
less of a
gender.
man.
Yeah, they're children that are brought up with two mothers
Yeah.
or
Not
two
everybody can be like you,
fathers.
okay? You are very much in touch with your feminine side.
I am.
This is
Okay.
true. Yes,
I am.
this is
I
true.
am.
There are
Okay,
many men who don't have that feminine side
This
now
is also
have
true.
to be feminine.
This is also true.
Okay, anyway.
Dr. Gerry, back to you.
Back to you, Jerry.
I don't think it's a gender thing. I think,
No.
a lot of times we get hung up about our limitations, but do we actually look at what we are good at? So one of the things that, in sessions we always focus on would be, what are your abilities? Oh, I don't have. Oh, maybe I'm good at this and maybe I'm good at that. And it is just listed out rather than you feel it, you know it, and you're confidently displaying it. It is more like a badge to wear than being a human being. So it's quite sad when when people come in and they say, I'm a failure, then I go, how can you be a failure when you've achieved so much? Oh, yes, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, but the big but comes along and it negates everything already. I mean, think about yourselves, right? Was there a time that you actually felt that you were not good enough, that you are a failure rather than you are a success?
Why'd you look at me, Glenn?
Absolutely.
He's like,
Why?
yeah, you saw that. He's like,
No,
oh.
I'm just looking at what your reaction is going to be.
No, but
My reaction is going to be like that.
no, but absolutely, I've been there.
Yeah, I for sure been
Why?
there. Yes.
Where?
I
Where have you been
absolutely
there?
have been there.
There are times when I felt like I couldn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, especially when I was first starting out and I was too hard on myself. Everything I touched was supposed to turn to gold because everything my father touched turned to gold. And I didn't achieve that. And so I really felt that I wasn't living
Chip
up.
on your shoulder.
You know?
Why?
So it does
Why are you
happen.
like that?
But with time came the realization that I was my own person.
Okay.
But Glenn was
You know,
saying that we are being we are sweetening things too much by saying people can be successful in all many different ways. Like for him, success is materialistic. It's the 5 C's or the 6 C's or however many C's that have been added on. But success to him doesn't necessarily mean being successful at being a husband, or being successful at being a dog daddy to his puppy. You know, his is all very materialistic and tangible. But if we say that being successful is, say, something for someone like me would be being a good parent, being a good daughter, being a good colleague and stuff like that, to him that's not success. That's just getting off easy. Correct?
Well, okay.
So if but if you're looking at the definition of other people, of society, then it is not your definition. Then you can keep chasing and it gets very tiring. So how can you say you are successful when you're chasing somebody else's success, somebody else's expectations? Then you'll be tired all the time trying to chase something that may never be attained because it is not yours.
Because the goalpost always moves.
Or is it
does.
that we define our own success?
It depends, right? I guess.
Do we define our own success? And society doesn't define our success?
We should define our own success. I'll tell you something. So today for me, whoever that is on the Big Show TV and is watching us right now gets to see me in glasses. Since secondary school, once I put on my contact lens, no one has ever seen me in glasses before.
We've never seen you in glasses?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Never?
I
Never.
don't
Oh,
think so.
okay.
No. You had the fake glasses and that was all I could manage. I never, ever showed anyone myself in glasses. So I thought for this particular topic that we're talking about success, to me, this is success because all these years, the idea, and it could be my perception, the idea of beauty is not to have glasses. Because the glasses when I was young was really, really thick. They didn't have like the super thin ones and everything. Even today, if you look closer, because my eyesight is very bad, you will see the rings there on the glasses itself. So I never, ever wear it out.
You know what? You
And
look beautiful
today-
with your glasses.
That's what I
on.
see.
I love the
You
look.
look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Pretty is pretty, lah.
Yeah, that's it.
You
Yeah,
can't hide it
done deal.
behind
Yeah,
glasses. You
exactly.
look awesome with them.
You can put on 2 pairs of glasses right now. You still look okay.
You should wear them more often to give your eyes a rest.
Yes,
honestly,
you
you should.
Jerry, Matthew has come onto our Facebook page and said something very interesting. And I want your comment on this because I think it's a little too pressurizing. At the end of the day, success and failure is dependent on one's purpose in life and whether one achieves it or not.
So I would look at, rightly so. So earlier we talked about your abilities. Now Matthew has gone on to my second point, which is what is our purpose in life. Now I want to then say that whether we achieve the purpose or not is that journey that we are going towards that purpose that makes our life fulfilling. And that's the last point. So what do we do, right? The 3 tips is abilities, the purpose, and the effort. Because if you're not going to put in any effort at all and you say, I've got this purpose and I want to work towards it, but you're sitting around and not doing anything about it, forget it. You're never going to get there. And you cannot honestly answer yourself or answer to yourself that you are doing something good for yourself and can be successful for you. Because you're not. You're just, you're loitering around or not doing anything.
Thank you. You've just given me a revelation. I just need to finish off that 3rd point to get what I want in life.
Hey, for some
'Cause I
people,
haven't been making the
having a
effort.
purpose in life, that purpose may not necessarily be a good thing.
No, that's true. No,
That's
that is true.
true.
Yeah, and that would be their success if they achieve it. But who
Yeah.
are we to say? We're not encouraging it. But
Exactly.
to each person, success is different, right? As
Correct.
Dr. Jerry said, it could be a
Yeah.
bad thing for other people.
But not necessarily for that
for
person.
that person, yeah.
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 But sometimes, I mean, one of my purpose is to irritate people.
Nah,
And then
Oh,
when
you're
they get-
successful,
Yeah,
bro.
And then when they get
Super
irritated,
successful.
yeah. Success.
Super successful. Yes, you've achieved that.
Sometimes I will irritate my wife as well.
Yeah, day in day
Yeah.
out.
If she
You,
doesn't
know.
get irritated, I fail.
you
If she gets irritated, I'm like,
Aiyo.
yeah.
you know you do that with us every day as well, right?
Really?
Yes, every day. You're so successful.
You're very successful.
Stand by. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the TPE towards the PIE, right after the Pasir Ris Drive 12 exit, look out for a broken down vehicle. Wherever you are today, stay safe.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning, live from Switzerland. I think you're in Zurich. She's
Yes,
in
she's
Zurich.
in Zurich,
Yes.
yeah.
Dr. Geraldine Tan. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Jerry.
Jerry, since you're in Switzerland, tell us a little bit about Switzerland. Is it as beautiful as many people say it is? I've not been to Switzerland, but I would
have.
love to go to Switzerland one day. Is it? A friend of mine went to Switzerland and said it's boring.
It's beautiful.
It's boring.
It's calm. Okay, it depends on what you are looking out for, right? So if you're looking out for a lot of nature, you're looking out for calm, it's beautiful. It's literally a sight for sore eyes because it's so green. So that was very lovely when we were driving around. And there's so much history and architecture. And our guide did a really good job explaining to us, showing us and pointing out the different buildings. Yeah, so it was
Glenn's,
very, very
Glenn's already
nice.
falling asleep. He's like,
What
okay.
happened?
He's like, no. He's like, through wide open spaces, the hills are alive with music.
That's
He's like,
exactly
it's
what
okay.
it is.
He's
That-
like, it's
that's what
okay,
it
I'm not
is.
going there.
That's good. I don't like to talk behind my wife's back, like. But she's been wanting me to go to Iceland.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what am I going to do in Iceland?
No, you see,
Same thing.
You go
She said the
there.
mountains,
Yeah.
the
You're
lagoon,
like,
the.
yeah. You know, bring your whiskey, lots of ice.
I'm like, is there a golf course there? She doesn't know. I said, yeah, maybe. But then you like be playing on ice. Okay.
Well, Iceland
Switzerland has
there you go.
Switzerland has golf courses and they're lovely. So you
I'm
should
sure.
come down here even if you just want to play golf.
There you go. You can have a hip flask
Yeah.
and like 20 hip flasks in your buggy.
Definitions of success, Jerry. Moll has come onto our Facebook page and said, after I've had kids, I realized that my success has little to do with my own goals. I feel success when my kids feel I'm a good mom.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So
There you
nice.
go.
See?
Okay, Jerry.
So
we've-
I'll be quite just a little bit,
No, no
right?
problem.
So
Carry on.
for parents, I will be quite worried if you only place your successes if your child tells you that you're a good person, because you are good no matter what. Not because someone else tells you you're good, even if it's your child. So, you know, for all of us out there who are striving to be parents, we are the best parents that we can be. And we watched, you know, Lillian last week, and she is the best that she can be. But there'll be times when it is trying. There'll be times where, you know, even our children will tell us, I hate you, mommy, I hate you, daddy. And it doesn't mean that you have failed. I know I have to go.
You
so
see, that's
I've gotta
unacceptable.
cook.
No?
Hey.
Which child should be telling their parents that
They do
I
that.
hate you and all
They
that?
do that in
All of
If
them
I
do.
were, I will slap
No.
the child.
They do it in anger
That's-
and frustration.
no.
Ungrateful, I will
That's
kick
not-
the kid
oh,
out of
no,
the
no.
house.
Yeah, I'll kick you
That's-
out of your house after you
That's
do
why
that.
you don't have children.
I
Glenn, and we
never
are
said that to my
grateful.
mom or my father.
Neither did
Never
I.
did I say, I hate you, mom, I hate you, dad.
We're
So-
brought up differently, but it does happen a lot.
It happens.
That
It does
is
happen.
unacceptable.
Ungrateful child.
Yes, ungrateful on its own. That kid.
Oh, we
Dr.
are
Jerry?
digressing here.
Okay, sorry,
Yes,
Go on,
Final
please.
words?
Yeah.
I know. It is time to go. So I've got something from what Mark Twain said. And he says, it is not the size of the dog in the fight. It is the size of the fight in the dog.
So true.
Nice.
I didn't get that.
Love
Yes.
that.
And for everyone, I am going to bed right now. So enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, thanks, Jerry, for doing this. I mean, it's 2
Thank
a.m.
you, yeah.
in Zurich.
Yes, it
and
is.
you're with us.
No
Thank you very, very
worries.
much.
I love
Mwah.
all of you, and I love being the people psychologist. So I'm going to see all of you next week.
I like that. The
Awesome.
people psychologist.
Love you back. Have a great trip.
Bye.
Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Go jump into bed with your husband.
Oh.
He's waiting for you. Bye-bye.
Okay, she's gone.
Okay,
All right.
up next we have our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times. We miss him. It's been 2 weeks. Nian Tjoe is next on The Big Show. Welcome
Good
back.
morning. Welcome back.
Welcome back. So you're going to be driving school buses? Huh? Not quite.
Yeah.
How was your holiday first up?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
How
holiday,
was
it was work.
Oh, it was
Oh,
work.
it's work.
Right.
We
Okay.
thought you were away on holiday.
Have you gone away for your school holidays, or are you going anywhere? No, you're not. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Work.
So
Yeah.
we're talking school buses.
Yes.
Tell us more.
So we've been talking about there's been a shortage of school buses because
Yeah.
there's a shortage of bus drivers. So yesterday afternoon we had this press release from the Ministry of Education saying that they're going to allow some relief for the operators to actually increase the quota, the number of drivers they can employ who are not locals.
Okay. So foreign
Oh.
drivers.
Yeah, foreign drivers. But I think the specifics of those, like how many more, depends on your fleet size and all that. I think that's secondary. But interesting was that the ministry is allowing operators that in the new year that they can say propose to have, instead of having drop-offs as close to your block or your lobby and so on, to have a common pickup or drop-off point.
I love that idea actually.
Yeah, so I thought that's interesting because for them, from the ministry's perspective, is that, see, I can help you save some time.
Yeah.
Because each child or each
Yeah.
pickup or drop off, it adds about 5 to 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
sounds a lot, and then you think about actually it's true because to move that, I don't know, 700 meters or a kilometer and then stop, kid gets on, sit properly, close the door, move. So that it's
Takes time. Yeah.
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 So it's
I
like a
like
bus
that.
stop lah.
I like
It's
that
a-
common
becomes like a
drop off
bus stop,
and drop off and pick up. I think that's a great idea. I mean, as a parent, do your kids take the school bus yet?
Yeah, one way. Yeah.
Oh, one way.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like this idea?
I think I'm not sure. I'm of two minds. On one side, if it means that you're gonna get buses in the first place, bus service in the first place, that's good.
Yeah.
But as I'm just being Singaporean, I guess. But you're gonna
Too
bring
inconvenient for you
I
to
think
go
the
and drop the
inconvenience
child
is I
off
think
and-
inconvenience is one.
Yeah.
I'm quite confident my child can do it.
Yeah.
The question is, as on the receiving end, like for parents, would you say, okay, I'm okay to do all this, but I'm going to pay you the same or even more because we have been told that it's rising costs, right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing on that front, and then so I was speaking with some of the bus operators yesterday, who said actually currently parents can put up quite a fight when it comes to these things.
Right.
In terms
Really?
of so one particular example that really like stuck with me was this. There's a particular block that this operator was telling me about is very long. He's got 2 drop-offs in that long block because the parents cannot accept that. Why should you drop the
Oh
kid,
my
my kid in the
God.
middle or at the extreme end because the lift lobby is on the extreme
Oh
on
my
the other
goodness.
end.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Wow.
No, I'm with the parents.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
wow.
rubbish.
That's
No,
not
I will
being
make noise. I'm
compromising
very
at
Singaporean
all.
also. Same thing.
No.
So at the end, what happened is the operator says, "Forget it. We'll just suck it up and
drop
do this
both
separate-"
ends.
Yeah.
That's very strange because where I live in Chua Chu Kang, right? You've dropped me off at my place, right? All those blocks, there's only one point where the school buses drop the kids off.
I think that's a great
They
idea.
don't
That's
drive around.
dangerous. This Chua Chu Kang, a tiger might come out somewhere, and attack the child.
Anyway, I was telling the guys
But then
earlier
there's a pickup.
about.
You actually gather the child together. The tiger has choice.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pick the smallest and the weakest one. I was telling the guys earlier, I was listening to this podcast last week or something, and in Europe they're doing something called the bike bus. Have you
Yes.
heard of it?
Yeah.
What do you think of that idea? So basically, a bike bus is described as a group of people on bikes that follow a route on a schedule as a means of transportation. So they go in a group, and as they go along, they pick up more kids or more people, whatever it is, and they just keep adding to the
Yes.
group and then end up at school. What do you think of that idea for, say, kids living closer to schools?
I think. Okay, a few things. I was watching that story as well. One thing that stood out was that it's only once a week.
Oh,
A
right.
specific
Okay.
day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I guess it it goes towards alleviating the demand for transport. But if I'm not mistaken, the journey that was at least in the interview, it's like
short,
a 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So 10 to 15 minute ride.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
quite all right.
It's quite all right.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of excitement, at least. The kids were riding in the security of having all the
parents and the
adults being
teachers. Yeah,
chaperones, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And crucially, what I thought was they have a magic remote.
Yes, they have a magic remote
That was
for a
super cool.
certain traffic light
Yes.
near
Oh,
the
wow.
school. But this remote for the teacher or the parent or whoever is given power of it can only switch the lights to a stoplight within like 30 minutes on that day.
Yeah, yeah,
It cannot.
yeah.
You can't just go to the lights and play with it and
Otherwise,
stuff like that.
everybody's gonna bid for that remote.
Right? But I think it's a great idea. I think it's so workable here in Singapore, though.
Okay, stand by. We'll
Okay.
go on air. Nathan Hartono, Infinity, right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. You know, I've met Nathan a few times, but the question I've been wanting to ask him is he related to Rudy Hartono?
No, he's not.
The All England badminton champion once upon a time.
No,
He's not?
He's not. You asked him already.
I know him. Yeah, no, he's not.
Okay. Well, Hartono is quite a common Indonesian
Yeah,
name,
it
isn't
is.
it?
Yeah.
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 But I mean, there was only one Rudy Hartono.
Man,
And
he
one
was
Nathan Hartono
such
as
an
well.
amazing
I guess one
player.
Nathan Hartono.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
when
true.
he took part in Sing China. But he's a nice guy. I
He's
like
a
him.
nice guy. He's a
yeah.
very
He's
nice
got some
boy.
great
I
songs.
wonder whether he plays badminton though. Okay, never
I
mind.
don't
Anyway,
know.
we digress.
We
We have
digress.
Nian Tjoe,
Yes, our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe, with us after a 2-week break, and he wasn't on a holiday. Welcome back, Nian Tjoe.
No, he wish he were though.
Yeah, so we were talking about this
Bike bus.
Bike bus.
Bike bus.
And you know, to me, I think for neighborhood schools, it'll be
Yeah.
a really good thing.
Yes.
Because I think the exercise prior to getting to school
Gives you a
charges the
buzz.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you a buzz when you
Yes.
hit school.
And straight away, you've got that little bit of movement before going
Yeah.
to school. I would say a 15, 20-minute cycle, something no further than, say, 4 kilometers. No major roads, obviously, that you
Yeah.
have to get by. I think it's a fabulous idea. And then your bus problem will be much more alleviated than
Still, I tell
currently.
you, this bike bus is dangerous. This is Singapore, you know. This is Singapore. This bike bus is going to get hit by a motorcycle.
Isn't Singapore supposed to be one of the safest places? Where
No,
are you talking?
I
You're
think this
being
bike bus,
contradicting.
only FD and yourself have suggested this, what do you call, bike
We have
bus,
not
because
said-
you've read about it and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
You know, I think the bike bus belongs at East Coast.
Well,
You know.
Nian Tjoe has actually heard about the article as well. Do you
Yeah.
think it's a good idea with these bike buses?
I think I do believe that it's a good idea.
See?
Not practical.
Glenn,
though.
you're all on
and,
your
and
own
actually,
here.
FD is onto something about getting that bus.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you want to set them up, set the kids up with some energy, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure the logistics in terms of at the end of the day, like how many parents or volunteers, maybe
teachers.
that have to do this. But crucially is to think about the fact that actually in the Singapore context, more and more, increasingly, we're going to have the catchment area of the schools in terms of the kids coming in, the pupils, are going to be nearer and nearer to the schools. So this
okay.
idea of a neighborhood school,
Yeah.
all school, good schools, and so on, fill in the blanks, is that it's going to become more prevalent. I think based on the latest stats, we're told 98% of the P1 cohort
Okay.
are actually living extremely near, that's within 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
Or this is a school of their choice. Means it's your own doing if you live very far.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you've chosen it, right?
Yeah.
You-
So I mean, we're just like working out the thinking behind it is whatever measures that are put in place to help this industry along to make sure that, I mean, okay, bus operators, you run your business, you make your own, you make your own time. But for parents and all that, with this predicament of getting kids to school on time and bringing them back safely, this will likely, the intensity of this problem would pass as P1 goes towards P6 and then they're out. I mean, typically, I would say, at least ideally, when the kids are a little bit older, you don't need to be on the school bus
No,
that
you
much.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
there'll be
don't.
those who need. I mean, let's recognize that. But
Yeah.
as an average, I think will be
But
more
here's
clear.
why else I feel that this bike bus is a stupid idea. Because, you know, kids are like Jack Russell Terriers. They're like puppies, right? They are so hyperactive, right? If some kid falls off this bike bus, who's going to be responsible?
Yeah, but the same thing
No
can happen when
school's
they're
gonna-
on a school bus as well. I mean,
That's why it's
they can.
enclosed, you see. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nobody's
but
going to be falling
you
out
know
the
what?
window.
School buses don't even have seat belts as
I-
they should, right? They don't have seat belts, do they? They don't have seatbelts. They should have seatbelts.
So there are many the logistics, right?
Yeah, of course, things can be worked
You
out.
need to
Glenn,
work
you
it
are
out.
you are such the wet blanket this
I
morning.
am
Okay.
pure. I'm typical. I'm a typical Singaporean. That's why.
When we
I
come
think about all
back,
these
when we
things.
come back, I'll give you another reason why I believe the bike bus is going to work.
And all the Kiss 92 listeners right now, if you agree with me that this bike bus thing is an impractical solution, you can also just
Nobody's
let us
gonna-
know.
nobody's gonna
Let us
message
Let
know.
us know in our comment section.
Yeah,
Why not?
absolutely.
And
We'll
can
read
say
it.
something about FD and Angel as
Oh
well.
wow.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, here's the very cute Ariana Grande with Thank You Next on Kiss 92.
So the way I look at it, right? The way I look at it, this bike bus, the way I look at it is, we're looking at a healthier Singapore anyway, and you're instilling the exercise in kids from very young.
Yeah.
That's number one. For parents who don't own cars, if they volunteer, you can cycle your kid to school,
And then go to work.
cycle to the MRT station.
Yes, which they
and
do
get
a
on
lot.
the-
Yes.
And get on the MRT. It's
Yes.
exercise for you.
It
It
is.
is a great exercise platform.
Glenn, shh.
This is getting so ridiculous.
No, it's
like,
not
can we just talk
ridiculous.
about
It's not.
It is
Focus,
It is
okay?
realistic.
It's
Oh my
realistic.
goodness.
It is realistic.
You're asking parents now to,
Wait,
to
I'm-
cycle.
Nian Tjoe, jump in,
Sorry,
jump in.
Nian Tjoe,
Go.
sorry
Yeah,
about
Jump
I'm
that.
kind of leaning in with Glenn here.
Okay.
Not so much of. I think it's well and good to have the idea of a bike bus.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it. I miss my bicycle. But the more immediate thing in front of us is that by 2024, the new contracts for the school buses,
Yeah.
that means the
Next
measures
year.
that introduced yesterday, that were announced yesterday, is that there will be parents that are going to be faced with this. Like last year, we drop you off under your block.
Yeah.
From January, when school opens, we're going to say that you're going to drop off maybe 5, 10, or who knows, 15 minutes away from where
Where
you-
I live.
Yes.
Wow, that's quite far though.
That's
really?
possible.
Because the wording is quite broad.
Yeah.
But on the other side, if you think about it, if we are so short of bus drivers relative to the demand in terms of the number of children, number of places that the buses need to go, then it stands to reason that you might have to be faced with this sort of distance. And remember, the little ones, they walk as slow as the really
Yeah.
old ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
But I mean, how are parents looking at foreign drivers driving their kids to school? Because some people can, I mean, realistically in Singapore, be a little bit xenophobic as well.
Yeah, I think it's more before even coming to, where's your passport from?
Yeah.
Ask that question. Is that how long does it take for a
Training.
driver to be proficient, to
Yeah.
be number one, a bus driver, and number two, a school bus drivers.
Yeah,
How
it's
long?
different, yeah.
Do you know?
Right? So from what I'm hearing from the industry, just in terms of getting the paperwork done, receiving their license, it's a 6 months journey.
Wow.
Okay.
Right? And after that, you got to assume that this driver, this person is skilled.
Yep.
Right? That's okay. Let's tick that box. But it's also ready to take the stress that comes
Yeah.
with bringing kids. I mean, we briefly talked about how
Yep.
children's are like all over the shop.
Jack
Yeah,
Russell,
yeah, yeah.
Jack Russell Terriers, he
Russell,
compares
yes,
them.
yes.
So
Correct.
and they're enclosed, so it becomes
And they're enclosed in a cage too.
yeah. So you're
Yeah.
one straight jacket away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's all these concerns, and I think on one side, the way I see it is we don't have to be so hung up on they're going to put more non-locals driving. I think the eventual number is not going to be huge. So that's why when I was weighing it, I think what is more pertinent or a more obvious question for us to figure out is what about on the receiving end, parents and children.
Yeah.
I think if your bus is dropping your kid off 10, 15 minutes from your house, that is too far.
Well, it depends. It's relative to where you live as well.
Yeah, but
Yes,
that
you
is
know.
too far, because if you take Singapore weather, half the time it's pouring with rain.
They can walk with umbrellas.
No, I think
You
that's
see,
too
early
far.
on you were knocking all the parents and all that. These are the things that Singaporeans like
Who was knocking the
them
parents?
and
We
me
weren't knocking the
think about.
parents.
And, you guys are like
We're not knocking the
No,
parents.
I think a 5-minute distance
We're like
is
the only
fine,
parents
but
here
nothing
besides
more
you.
than
about
that.
all these ideas you guys are coming up with and all of a sudden you bring up the whole are Singaporeans going to be used to the fact that there are going to be foreigners driving the buses?
Yeah.
You see, it's this sort of thinking that is very bad. This is like racist thinking
Oh, no,
already.
no,
you know?
I don't care. I don't care.
I know.
To me, a
But just
passport does
bring
not
it up.
matter.
Just
but
you bringing it up.
Because parents here will question it. I'm perfectly fine with anyone driving the bus as long as they have the proper skills.
You see, this is
You know
where
what I mean? They know the Singapore roads and everything else, but parents will bring it up.
This is where I feel like, okay, I won't go, over there, basically because I trust the Ministry of School Buses, whoever. Is it Ministry of Transport? Is it? They are the ones who are going to make
who's
sure.
the one in charge?
So the MOT, Ministry of Transport,
Yeah.
decides on who gets to drive, right?
And they will train these people as well, right?
Yeah.
And I have faith that they will train these people well. And I think for parents, right, the number one issue was, just
Safety.
making sure that the kids get back home
Safely.
safe and sound. And I think we don't have to think about too many things right now. If we do have more drivers, and therefore, if that equals to sufficient buses to bring kids back, then let's just focus on that. Let's not think about bus bikes and this and and everything else. One thing at a time. I feel like we should focus on one thing at a time.
Actually, today I do have one thing that's on my agenda.
Sure. Yes.
Which is actually we're in the newsroom. We're working out. We actually want to hear from parents.
Okay.
From just like write into us, click on the article, click on my email, spam me. Really to share what are your perspective. I mean, I think the points here are not unique. I think we're just being rational. Concerns about is the driver is he skilled enough? Is he the right person for this? I will ask do you have a better choice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a solution, right?
Flip side, then this thing with common pickup drop off. Do you have an alternative? But these concerns are valid.
Yeah.
And then I bring in the value proposition here. You're going to tell me I'm going to pay as much or even more for a degraded service. I think these things all add together, and really want to hear and surface these sentiments or reactions, because on the other hand, this is still a little bit early. We're 6 months away from the new school year. And even here, it's only the changes only applies to the contracts that start in the new year.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Not the existing
Not
ones.
the existing ones.
Okay.
Now,
got
for
it.
people who are reading your article on digital,
Yes.
okay, where is your...
Click my name.
Click
Click
on his
the
name. Nian Tjoe.
Yeah. Then you'll load up your...
Oh, okay.
Oh, stand by going.
5
on there.
I
seconds.
still can't get your email. Sam Smith, Lose You, right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. We are speaking to the senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times right now, Nian Tjoe. And Nian Tjoe, you were asking for some of the listeners and readers if they would like to chip in to get in touch with you, right?
Yes.
What's your email?
So when you click on Nian Tjoe's name, you click on his name in any Straits Times article that you see digitally, you'll see a little envelope under his name on the left.
Yeah, okay.
You click on
Click
that,
on
leads
that.
straight to your email.
Okay.
Yeah,
So everybody can then give you their thoughts on this whole article and what's going to be happening.
Okay, it's Nian Tjoe. Wait, hold on.
Why don't you give it to us?
Yeah.
Right, it's NIAN TJOEL at sph.com.sg.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Your name is not Joelle, right, actually?
Yeah,
No,
it's
it says
tricky.
Joelle. That's right, Joel,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
the Lee. So, okay.
NIAN TJOEL at sph.com.sg.
There you
Awesome.
go. Send him all your solutions
thoughts.
or thoughts or whatever it is you may have.
Both of them.
Yeah, everything. Send it all in.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Nian Tjoe, for joining us. We
Pleasure.
wish we had more time with you. We
Yeah.
always have a ball,
Yeah.
talking to you. And welcome back,
Thank you.
by the way. Okay, we've been speaking to the senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe, right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Coming up next, headline news and sports.
Glenn, Angel, and the